During the week, in his 2 times crossing this championship pair, he averaged 242. Then this again is live television.
Well, he's not out of it. Eric has bowled quite well, but he only leads by 9 pins through 5 frames, can make it 19, 6th frame, early going.
Again, he's strung 3 at about the same point as he did against Mark Thayer in the first match, which he won 225 to 205. Our second game, next up will be the man that Bo just talked to, Harry Sullins.
Ted Glatke, a touring player out here who is a college teammate of Eric, said that Eric has one basic problem when he gets off. He gets his feet too fast on the way to the foul line and either dumps the ball or goes over the top. If he can stay behind it, he's very tough. Got shortchanged on that hit. Solid 10. Now, all these players that we had so far do not change bowling balls for the spare shot. They use a pretty good cupped wrist and a pretty good hook on their first ball, then flatten the shot out for the 10. Let's watch what Eric does. The full grip, spreads the index finger. Now he'll flatten that wrist out for the cross lane shot. Oh. Not flat enough. He almost missed that 10 pin to blow the top 5 last night, Chris, and here it happens today. In his very last frame against Parker Bowen on the same lane, he just barely nicked it to make the top 5. Now he's blowing it here today.
All right, we're in our second match, a close one like our first one till the very end. Don't go away. We'll be back after the Duck, Illinois. High hit, and Bo, another split.
Dave seems completely confused on the right-hand lane. He threw that ball very confidently, expected the ball to set up for a strike. It hooked through. He leaves the 4, 6, 7. The best he can do is try to knock out the 4, 7 here. If he does so, he trailed by 20 pins.
Another open frame for David Traber, who was 1 of 5 to have perfect 300 games this week. The others being Ray Edwards, Joe Firpo, Robert Lawrence, and Kelly Kaufman.
Now, Dave Traber, with a much straighter shot than the other 4 players, takes a quite a bit different position on the lane. We'll see where he is. See, he's over here in the right-hand corner. He'll walk up in this area and almost be perfectly straight. Little drift, boom, right over the first arrow. And right now, Chris, I think he's in the panic mode. He's just throwing balls to the back end and hoping something good will happen, and that will not cut the mustard out here on the tour. The best Traber can do is 190 if he spares here and throws 4 strikes. Eric is going at a 190 pace.
Totally disgusted with what's happening to him, or whether he caused it or not, or whether the lane conditions, whichever.
Well, you must adjust as you go along. There's no golden rule that says lanes are going to stay the same and just wait for you. You have to make the adjustments, and that is the key and the big difference between being a top player and an also-ran out here on the tour.
So there, showing some maturity, Eric-Adolphson, who comes back. He had a triple, then an open frame, and now a strike in the important 8th, and he moves to the left side.
Quote from Eric before we went on the air: "Under pressure, I do my best when I fire it hard." Right now, he can just about lock up the match with a key strike. Let's see what speed he uses and how aggressive he becomes.
All right, big 9th frame. The former PBA commissioner, Joe Antonora, suffered a personal loss this week when his 84-year-old mother, Carolyn, passed away in Sandyville, Ohio. We send our deepest sympathy. It comes from the PBA players and all of us at ABC.
Dave Traber just did not have it today. Somewhat like a baseball pitcher who's been pitching well week after week, goes out and just doesn't have it on the mound. David was too hard, too soft, left, right, up and down. Just a struggling match. He'll end up with a 4th place check. All secondary. No matter what he gets, he's going to lose. Eric has won his 2nd consecutive match. He will really get tested when he goes against PBA champion in the #2 position, Harry Sullins.
You know, David really wanted to win today because he has an uncle racing at Hales Corner in Wisconsin tonight with a stock car. He wanted to make it a Traber double. That'll have to wait.
Well, David can end up with 157. Obviously, score in the championship round is really just whether you win or lose. The score is not important. A win for David will have to be on another day. 146. Couldn't make his spares today.
That's like you've often told me, Bo. You bowl all spares in 190.
Well, that's very true. If you can get 9 on the first ball, and those 9-pin spares are a lot easier than that 2.58s and 2.578s that he's been leaving. Possible 220 for Eric right here if he can finish with strikes.
More pin.
Adolphson with this spare would be 199, would have a 50-pin victory.
Meanwhile, Harry Sullins continues to stay loose. He's the Detroit right-hander. Interesting guy.
Harry over there practicing spares on the side. I think that he realizes that the downfall of the first 2 opponents have been missing spares.
So it's 199 to 1.